Hey all, Splinter Snake out here with another figure review, Avengers figure review, sorry. Loki, the bad guy himself. This figure, I wanted for quite a while. I had a bit of trouble getting hold of it. When I finally did, really like what they've done with this guy. The details in this guy is amazing. But I've been saying that a lot about these Avengers figures. Their details and their sculpt is really good. I think Hasbro were the company, and I think they've done a superb job. He comes with a few accessories, and I will go over them now. Actually, he's got his scepter, staff, scepter, whatever you want to call it, stand. This thing's really cool. It's got some great detail in it. Really nice. I like the blue from it, which is from like the Tesseract energy, I think it was. Some intricate, I cannot say that word lately, intricate details going all the way down the handle of it. It's really great. For those of you that may not realise this in the actual Avengers movies, this thing grew for some reason. Sometimes it was like sword length, and then sometimes it was like staff length. I guess it was depending on his mood. But all in all, it's pretty good. Gripe with it is it's got a very bland paint colour. It's made out of this very bland plastic, and all the silver and blue is painted. I would have used a gold. And you can see this would have tried to go with a colour close to gold, but it's just not quite there. In fact, all of him is just lacking this gold, but all of his armour and all over him was gold, so I'm probably going to have to fix that at a later date. His helmet is a very soft rubber, and it's a separate piece altogether, which I thought was pretty cool. Why couldn't you do that for this guy? But it's got, again, some quite nice details in it. The horns themselves are a different colour. I'd like to say they're gold, but they're not. They're kind of like this. Only the front of the horns. Let's figure how well that's coming up. But yeah, the front of the horns are like bronze, almost gold. It's weird. But it's a soft plastic. It's quite bendable. It's sturdy enough to hold its shape though. But I guess if you left something on it, it would imprint. His cape comes off. It's just got a peg hole. Very solid. It's a solid green all throughout, apart from his shoulder bits here. Now what I'm going to do is cut all the way just to below the peg, and replace that with some nice green cloth, and then I can have a cape that's actually removable, which is going to be cloth, so I'll just glue it straight onto there. So that'd be quite cool. About the figure itself, Tom Hastings, I'm not sure of his name. I think his portrayal of Loki is brilliant. I loved Thor. Thor was my favourite Marvel movie, comic book movie actually, for a long time. Been overtaken by Avengers obviously, but still I thought Thor was just so beautiful with how they made Asgard look. And Tom Hastings, I cannot think what his name is. His portrayal of Loki was really great, along with Chris Hemsworth's portrayal of Thor. Really, they both did fantastic jobs. But anyway, back to the figure. He's got this lovely detail in his little waistcoat thing, which is it's pliable, but it's quite a hard plastic, so rubber. But the detail in it is really good. I mean, it doesn't really hinder his legs, all that, but this bit here does. So I haven't really decided on what I'm going to do with that. It does come off, but I'm not going to take it off because it's a pain in the backside to get back on. But he is skinny. I mean, look at that. He is like ridiculously skinny. He's about less than an inch wide, but because he's got this big coat on, it kind of fills him out a bit, which is gappy. And then with the cape as well. I mean, I know Loki's not known for his bulk, but still, this guy is scrawny. His arms also, again, the armour has this great detail, and he's like Asgard. It's kind of got almost like this not scaly, but like a scallopy kind of layered design going down his sleeves, and his legs, his upper legs. It's like it's layered. It's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get over his articulation. His head is just on a peg, so that just goes on. It's hindered by his hair, but you get a pretty good range of motion in it still. Your little pivot, and it's also rotates, but hindered by the collar, so it doesn't like turn in too much unless you can get over the collar. I don't know. Yeah, you basically got that to that before it pops off by its own accord. Nothing in the chest whatsoever. That's a solid piece. But again, it's great detail. Shoulders on a ball joint, but it only goes up to there. Now it looks like the armor it would hinder it, but they've actually managed to get away with that quite nicely. The armor, as you can see, doesn't seem to really get in the way at all, because it fits. I don't know how well I can show this, but they've left a bit of a gap in the actual joint. Come on. So when let's try doing it that way, you might see about. So when you turn it, it kind of goes in the actual body. Don't know how well you're seeing that. So yeah, it doesn't hinder at all. So that's actually a really great, ingenious piece of work there. But anyway, like I said, he's got a bicep swivel, ratchet double jointed elbow, and he's got a wrist cut, but nothing in the hand. This hand is an open hand. This hand is a closed hand. For some reason, they made his left hand the one for holding the scepter. I'd have personally made it right. I might heat this up and close it a bit more later date. Anyway, he's got a waist cut, and he has those weird hips that are connected. So as you can see, they're both thrown up. It is T-cut, but they're interlocking. So this one pegs into this one. So when you lift up his right, they both come. Again, it's not the end of the world, but I would have preferred something better. What's going on there? His legs are hindered by a little skirt thing he's got on, so they can only go that far. I think they could go further, but like I said, they're quite hindered. They can go forward. Oh, sorry, they're very difficult to work with, these ones, because they just both want to do the same thing. Right, they can go forward. That's his Spartan kick. Oh, crikey. Sorry about this, guys. Anyway, he's got a double jointed ratchet knee to there. He's got an ankle point to there, and then ankle pivot. I would have loved them to have made a 6-inch look from the actual 4 movie, using this figure as a base, and then just kind of adding extras to it, because it's a good figure. It's very acceptable for Loki, and a great representation of how he looked in the movie. Like I said, the only real gripe about it is the lack of gold, but it's not the end of the world, you know. They make these choices for budget reasons or cost-effective reasons. I don't know. He doesn't really hold his scepter really that's tight unless you go past his little notch. If you get him just past that little notch, then he holds it quite good. Or if you hold it down the bottom, he holds it quite good, but I think that's silly. So he holds it quite loose, which I tend to leave it in unless I want him to hold in a certain pose. But yeah, like I said, height comparison, as you can see, he's quite short. I'll stand him up straight. He's quite shorter than 4, excluding the antlers. His head comes to just under the horns, so which is cool because 4 is supposed to be bigger than him. All in all, I think it's a really good figure, and I strongly recommend. A must-have for any Avengers fan. But anyway, there you go. Thanks a lot for looking, guys, and I'll catch you later.